Amigos, and welcome to the last show on Televida. My name is Elliot Threed. Hey, Guillermo, we've got a big guest on tonight. We have a guest who's probably done the most TV of anybody we've had on the last show. Not as much as you, Guillermo, of course. Not as much as you, patron saint of bilingual talk show personalities. But tonight we have a good friend of mine. I've known him for years. His name is Geechee Guy. He's been on Star Search 10 times. He beat this guy named Ray Romano. Don't know what ever happened to him. He was on America's Got Talent 3 times. 3 times. He was on The Tonight Show 3 times. He has a dry bar special out now. Tonight's guest on the last show, and
and Guinness Book of World Records.
And Guinness Book of World Records. We'll talk about that's
676 jokes in an hour.
676 jokes an hour. Tonight, our guest on the last show is Geechee Guy. He's one of the best. Watch this, and we'll be right back with Geechee Guy.
My name is Geechee Guy. I'm 46 years old, and I am a stand-up comedian.
Why did they call you Geechee Guy?
It's a name that was given to me in college. It's Japanese, and it means crazy, and I've been using it for a long time.
Oh, you're gonna fit perfectly on this show.
Today, I'm going to tell a bunch of jokes that I wrote. My name is Geechee Guy.
Geechee Guy?
Yes.
And what's your act?
I'm going to tell some jokes that I wrote.
What kind of jokes do you do?
Hopefully funny ones.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Tell me something interesting about yourself.
I am in the Guinness Book of World Records for telling jokes.
You are?
I told over 676 jokes in 1 hour one time.
Really?
Yeah.
That's impressive.
That's a lot of jokes.
It is a lot of jokes, and they had to get a laugh or they didn't count, so I actually told about 100 more than I got counted for.
All right, well, good luck.
Okay. I got my girlfriend corrective eye surgery for Christmas, and then she dumped me. I took a correspondence course in mime. They sent me 6 blank tapes. They say a person's car reflects their personality. I don't have a car. I was going to wear my camouflage shirt, but I couldn't find it. I saw a sign that said help wanted, so I ran in and said, "What's wrong?" I'm going to sign an endorsement deal with Nike. They're going to give me a whole bunch of money. All I have to do is promise never to wear any of their stuff ever. You might recognize me from my modeling career. I was the 3rd one over on the evolution chart. I haven't had a lot of luck with women lately. Like it's a new problem. Actually, I'm married and my wife is saving up to put me through hell. We've been together 15 years and I haven't even so much as looked at another woman. I'm that discouraged. How many women think all men are pigs? Let me see a show of Hooters. Thank you very much.
Geechee Guy,
Hey.
thank you again.
Oh, my pleasure.
You know,
It's been fun.
This is kind of neat because this is a station that's actually half language English, half language Spanish. You, sir, you lived in Mexico for a while.
I had a home in Playa del Carmen.
Playa del Carmen.
Playa del Carmen.
You and the producer were talking about the what's the part of Mexico where the tequila grows?
In Tequila. It's called the Tequila region. It's in Jalisco.
Jalisco.
And
That's where
it's
Joseph's
at the base
from.
of a extinct volcano
Okay.
called Tequila. And if it's like the Champagne region in France. If it's not grown in that area, you can't call it champagne. It would be sparkling wine. So if it's not, you can't call it tequila unless it's grown in that region. Or
I
else
didn't know.
it's mezcal, right?
So how long did you live in Mexico for?
I don't know, for a couple of years. And I
So
still
how
go
much
there a lot. I
Spanish
work
do
on
you
cruise
speak?
ships. Muy poquito. Very little Spanish. I'll give you an idea. I went to a diner last time I was there, and I ordered scrambled Thursday. Do you get it?
Yes.
Because Thursday is huevos, and eggs is huevos. So I ordered scrambled huevos, which is scrambled Thursday. And the other thing, and what's great is if you go to Cozumel, for instance, it's so cool. They've got 200 souvenir shops that sell the same 6 things.
And what are they?
Poncho, chess set, hammock, sombrero, and a pipe.
A pipe.
A pipe, yeah. They have a little glass. Because I remember I bought my nephew he wanted a pipe. It was $1, and I get him one, and I get to the ship. I said I should get him another one. They're so cheap. And I go to another souvenir shop, and I go, how much for these? And he said $20. And I go, $20? I just paid $1 for one downtown. And I go to leave, and he taps me on the shoulder. He goes, okay, $1. So it was $1. So what was I going to? Well, the thing about Spanish language,
Yes.
as our producer can probably attest,
Joseph, yes.
is that just the enunciation of the word can change the whole meaning of the word.
What do you mean?
Well, for example, if you were to say mi papá with a little thing, tiene 40 años with a thing, that means my father is 40 years old.
Okay.
But if you take off the punctuation and change the enunciation, and if you say mi papa, tiene 40 años, that means my potato has 40 buttholes. Is that not true? That's true, isn't that right? Yeah, because no, because papa with a little comma, it means father. And años with a little thing means year, años, like a year, annual, like a year. But if you take off the punctuation, papa without the thing means potato, and then años without the thing means anus. So mi papá tiene 40 años means my father is 40 years old, but mi papa tiene 40 años means my potato has 40
anuses. Oh my God.
So you gotta be careful.
I gotta be careful.
And then like vamonos means 900 things. If I watch a movie on the ships, and they'll have, it'll be in English, but it'll be
Spanish subtitles.
So they'll go, let's get out of here, vamos. I gotta go, vamos. We're late, vamos. Come over here, vamos. So they can say like 20 different things, and it's all vamos or vamonos.
I did not know that.
Well, there's 1.2 million words in English language, and there's like 300,000 in Spanish.
I did not know that either.
Crazy, yeah.
I'm at a loss for one of those 1.2
Do you know what you call a guy with a rubber toe?
In Spanish?
Well, it doesn't matter.
No, what?
Roberto. Do you know what you call a guy who lost his car?
No.
Carlos. Carlos. He lost his car. Carlos.
Oh.
Carlos.
I feel like you've got one more in you.
Oh, no, I don't.
That's it. Oh, my God.
No, but you think that language... I went to Hawaii. Have you been to Hawaii?
Once or twice.
You think the language in Spanish is crazy, people out there. Hawaii...
That's your camera right there.
Oh, that's my camera. Hawaii is even worse. There's like only 12 letters in the whole Hawaiian language.
There are?
Yes, and it's like AEHIKLMNOPUW. That's the whole language, and they're English letters, but the whole language is 12 letters. And but it would make that song in school a lot easier. I would imagine.
How's that?
Well, it'd be like AEHIKLMNOPUW. Now I know my AEHs.
One other thing I wanted to talk to you about before we're going to get to your whole comedy part in the second part of it.
Okay.
But when you were talking with Joseph, our producer, and the president who runs Televida, you talked about a roller coaster. You are somewhat of a roller coaster fanatic. First of all,
I'm a roller coaster savant. As
so the roller coaster in Mexico.
My mom had me tested to see if I was an idiot savant when I was a kid, and she was half right. Turns out. You know, I did that joke, and literally, I did that joke a couple months ago in Alaska, and there's a little 5-year-old girl sitting up front, and I did that joke. I go, turns out she was half right, and she turned to her dad, and she said, right loud, she goes, does that mean you're just an idiot? So she was right. But I'm not an idiot savant. Turns out I have Asperger's.
Yes, my son has Asperger's.
Asperger's, which ironically was always going to be the name of my food truck.
Asperger's.
Yes. So how come food trucks don't deliver? You think that would just be a gimme?
So anyway, so tell me, what's the name of that roller coaster in Mexico you were talking about?
I don't know. It was called the Skyliner when it was in Bablo Island in Michigan.
So I'm going to
in
quiz you
Canada.
on some cities. What's the name of the roller coaster in Kansas City? You remember?
Oh, isn't there the Big Bad Wolf or something? No. See, the thing is, they change them every year.
Yeah.
So I it's kind of tough to keep track. of.
Ohio. Name.
Oh, Cedar Point's big,
Huh.
and then Kings Island is
All
big.
right.
And then
Michigan.
Michigan's got Michigan's Adventure.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like I said, Bablo Island used to be in the Detroit River on the Canadian side, and that coaster was actually built in Japan. And then when it was sold, they took it to Guadalajara. Guadalajara.
So you have a lot of interesting comedy credits here. You have the world's record. That's right. It's the Guinness Book of World Records.
the Guinness Book!
You did this in Kansas City, didn't you?
No, I did it in L.A. it was a flood. It was a benefit for the flood victims.
All right. It's the Guinness Book
Yeah,
of
I
World
have had
Records.
it up to here with the flood victims. No,
Tell
that's,
me-
that's a joke about the little people shows. You know they talk about all the little people
Yeah.
shows? They've got 6 little people shows. I go Little People LA, Little Women LA, and Little Women Atlanta, and Little Women New York, and Little Women Dallas. I've had it up to here
Oh, Little Women.
with the little people shows.
Oh my God. So how many? How
I'm
long-
dating again, I tell you that.
No, tell me about your dating.
I'm the guy I got divorced. Me and my wife were
I'm
together.
sorry to hear that.
We were together 25 years. I didn't even look at another woman.
Yeah.
I was that discouraged. And and I'm dating again.
Okay.
Yes, I was dating a Russian girl.
Yeah.
Well, that was okay. Yeah.
Why was it okay?
Well, a lot of red flags.
I feel like Carson in your Dangerfield. You have just.
I tell you, hey,
What a place! What a place! What a place!
Oh, I'm starting to walk. I walk a lot. I'm going to do a 5K next month.
Yeah?
I'm going to do a 10K before the end of the year.
Uh-huh.
And before I retire, I'm going to do a 401K.
I love these jokes. I love these jokes.
Oh yeah. Let me think about.
So wait, but hold on, because go on, go on.
no,
I'm not going to stop you, man. You're on a roll, baby cakes.
I'm a real baby kid.
Because we're going to show some more clips of you.
I have so many jokes it's not even funny. Well, I hope you don't show clips that have these jokes on them.
But who cares? We don't know.
All right.
We don't know. All right, we're going to show some more clips of Geechee Guy. We'll be right back with the last show on Televida.
Welcome back to America's Got Talent. Now, over the years, our next act has been a magician, then he was a juggler, then a unicyclist, but tonight, he's doing something even more dangerous, stand-up comedy. He is Geechee Guy.
What kind of jokes do you do?
Hopefully funny one. You might recognize me from my modeling career. I was the 3rd one over on the evolution chart.
You're funny.
It's a yes.
You're going to Hollywood.
How do I look, by the way?
You look great.
When I was young, I was pretty awkward. You know, people used to make fun of me a lot. I figured if I couldn't get them to stop laughing at me, I should get into comedy and start charging them.
Hi, America!
Geechee Guy is, with the possible exception of Howie Mandel, the most annoying person we've ever had on America's Got Talent.
It's unfortunate that the judge of the biggest talent show in the world does not think I'm funny, but I can't really worry about it.
This competition is really tough on comedians because in 90 seconds, you can't really establish your character. Geechee has an advantage in the sense that he's just got these short one-liners.
This is nice. A comedian has never won. Maybe this is the year. Hope there's going to be more people.
From Rochester, Michigan, here's Geechee Guy.
I saw a sign that said, "Don't even think about parking here." So I parked there without even thinking about it. I asked my wife if I could borrow some of her sleeping pills, and she said, "Sure, knock yourself out." The other day, I found a golf ball the size of a hailstone. I went to a doctor. He told me I was schizophrenic. I said, "You got the wrong guy." My eyes were bothering me, so I went to an optimist. He said, "Don't worry, you'll be fine." I would give my right arm to be ambidextrous. I got a disposable camera. Those are cool. You just take all the pictures and then throw it away. Is it tall, thin, and goofy in here? Or is it just me? I love this theater. I think it's haunted, though. I did a show here last night. Right in the middle of my act, I start hearing, boo, you suck. I got fired from a job at an ad agency. I had a great new slogan for Grey Poupon Mustard, but they didn't like it. You have a guy holding a sandwich open like this, and then underneath it, it says, poop on me. Thank you very much.
And we're right back with Geechee Guy here.
Hi.
Hey. So tell me about this. You have been on, I've got clips, you were on America's Got Talent.
I've done over
that
100
with Simon?
national TV. No, it was with, who was it with? It was the 6th season in 2011.
Howie Mandel.
Yeah, Howie Mandel and Piers Morgan and Sharon
Osbourne.
and then Nick Cannon was the host.
Yeah, I'm surprised he wasn't having kids that day.
He was. He had just had his twins. He literally had his twins when we were filming.
So you
Aired 3 different
were
shows,
on that show 3
And then
times.
the
result
segments
shows
were
are
aired 3 different shows. Yeah.
Okay. And then you were on Star Search.
The result shows.
Yeah.
Yes, I
You were on
won
Star
7.
Search 10 times.
Yes.
And you beat that schlock Ray Romano.
Yes, I won
Did you
7.
just say, stick it, you'll never be anything after that?
No. I showed him though. I mean, we don't see him doing your show.
No. No. We have Guillermo, but we don't have Ray Romano there.
Right.
So tell me, who did you do the Tonight Show with?
Well,
Three shows.
I'll tell you a story. Here's my story.
Let's hear it.
So I got bumped almost every single time I did it. And if you don't know what that means, it means I'm telling the audience, you know what that means. But
Yes.
when they schedule you and you get there,
You tell all your family and friends.
yes, and tell all your family and friends, and you set the VCR back then, and then you take the limo ride and you get a basket, and they pay you, and then Burt Reynolds goes along, and you don't get to go on.
Was it actually Burt Reynolds?
It was Burt Reynolds.
Oh
It
my
was
God.
Burt Reynolds and Catherine Deneuve on my first time, and then I got bumped. And
What do they come out and tell you? Because you got
No, they just say you can't go on, and Jay will go, hey, we don't have time for Geechee Guy, he's going to be back next time, all right, see you in a minute, bye. So, I'll tell you, when you get bumped the first time, it sucks, because you're that close to doing the Tonight Show, and if you go home and step in front of a bus on the way home and die, then you were that close and you didn't do it.
Correct.
But, after I did the Tonight Show the first time, I loved getting bumped. After that, because I'd already done it, and like I said, you get the free limo ride, you get to hang out at the Tonight Show, you get to, they give you a free gift basket, they give you another check.
What's in that Tonight Show gift basket?
Oh, you get all sorts of stuff. I mean, I can't remember.
Do you mind telling our audience back in the day how much it paid to do the Tonight Show?
I think I got like $1,100, $900
For sure.
$1,100.
It's not bad.
Not bad. I think it's scale. It was worth doing, but it wasn't. You don't do it for the money. What happens is your price goes up.
Yeah.
When you do the Tonight Show, your price you might have made $800 to $1,000 a week in the clubs as a headliner, and you can almost double that now that you've done the
Did I
Tonight
tell you when I was scheduled to the Tonight Show? I did not. I never told you. I never did. So I was actually scheduled. David Lee, Leno came into town, and I met him, and he hooked me up with a television.
He was one of the
Yeah.
Edo dancers.
Yeah, I remember that.
David
I
Lee,
remember that. And so I've got my set. We're working on the set. You know how this works.
Right, yeah.
9/11 happens.
Okay.
They stopped taping for 6 or 7 months. And in that interim time, David Lee leaves the show. My guy, my one connection, left the show. And then that was, so I didn't get close to getting in a bus, but I was in that, that queue.
I'll tell you my story. I was in Wisconsin doing a show all summer, and they tried to call me, and the dang front desk didn't give them the right room or something, and they were going to have me. They wanted me to come to do the Tonight Show because I had sent them a tape. And then when I got back to L.A., Jimmy Brogan had said, "Well, one of the producers saw you on Caroline's Comedy Club, and he wasn't that crazy about it, so we want you to audition again." So I had to audition again, but I made it. It was fine.
There you go. There you go.
Good. So now you want to do it now. So once I did the show, I ended up doing it with the first time was with Marley Matlin and John Sununu.
Follow her.
Yes, and then the next time I
John
did
Sununu, the New Hampshire governor.
Yes, he wasn't. Yeah, he was in Bush's cabinet at the time. And then the second time I did it, it was supposed to be Donald Sutherland and Siskel and Ebert, but she called me before I even left and said, we're going to bump you, but tell you what, as a favor, we're going to put you on next Wednesday with Julia Roberts and Pierce Brosnan. And that's the one I did it. And the cool thing about it was that's the one they reran because it was Julia Roberts' first time with Jay. So they ended up rerunning that during the writer's strike in 07. So I got paid again.
Because they would have had you go in between Siskel and Ebert, probably.
And then the next time, it was almost an opposite bump.
Let's hear it.
Because normally, you go on, and then if they go long, they bump you. They called me up and said, here's the deal. Sharon Stone is coming on tonight, and she's scheduled to do 2 segments. But she's not feeling good. So what we're going to do is we're going to advertise Sharon Stone and Harry Connick Jr. and you. But if Sharon Stone is well enough, she's just going to stay on and do the second thing. So it's the opposite bump. They actually brought me in to get bumped. To instead of bringing me in to do it and then not having room for me, they brought me in to be there in case she couldn't make it. So they brought me on as a guest, and you put my name on the front of the thing, and then she could stay. She wasn't feeling too bad, so she did the show. And then and the other thing is they tell the world how funny you are, and you don't have to come out and prove it. That's the other thing. They tell 10 million people, hey, this guy's great, you should see him. But you're not
there. It's kind of like what Jimmy Kimmel does with Matt Damon.
Right, exactly.
Every day.
Exactly.
Kind of like what Jimmy and Guillermo.
Yes, so we did. So Damon. That's the, and then I did it with, and then I ended up doing it with Kathy Ireland and Scott Wolf, I think. Yeah.
My God, you've got a lot of TV exposure.
Yeah, and here's the thing. When I did it with Julie Roberts, I wanted to say hi to her, but she left right after set, so I never got a chance to. So when I did it with Sharon Stone, I said, I'm not going to let that mistake happen again, because our name is the same size right now on the same door. Mm-hmm. Right at this moment, I'm as big a star as Sharon Stone. So I knocked on her dressing room door and said, hi, I'm doing a show with you tonight, and blah, blah, blah. And we talked for a minute and introduced her to my wife.
So how does it feel to go from Sharon Stone Tonight Show to the last show?
Oh, you kidding? It's
I mean, we don't have any celebrities in the dressing room back here. Moving on up. But the point is that how are my skills interviewing you compared to Leno's skills?
There we go. Yeah. Stick the chin out a little more.
So tell me about, I've got plenty of chin. Tell me about what you've got going on now, your dry bar special. Tell me about that, because I think we might have just played a clip from your dry bar.
I did my dry bar special, and which is called Clean for a Day. Mm-hmm. And what that just tells people, I named it that because I'm not totally clean. I have on the cruise ships, I do 3 different R-rated half hours, and I do 2 different PG-rated half hours. Mm-hmm. So I didn't want people to watch my dry bar special and think that I'm clean all the time and then come.
So you said Clean for a Day.
Yeah. Instead of Queen for a Day.
I think we've had 3 comics on the show, maybe 4 that have done dry bars actually. So
well, that way I didn't want people to come see me thinking it was going to be totally clean, and then it wasn't.
Yeah, especially on the other thing. All right. Well, and first of all, let's just talk. So you do have some connection with Kansas City. You used to perform in Kansas City all the time.
Yeah. My ex's family's from there. We were together 25 years.
So after this show, when this show airs, you'll be someplace else.
Remember?
You'll be out in the ocean.
I was at Discourage.
That's right. That's right.
1994.
So you'll be back on cruise ships. You just made a little bit of time for us to come in here right now.
Oh, anytime. Yeah, we done? You kicking me out?
No, we're not kicking out. I just wanted to let everybody know that you're a man who moves.
Joe's bedroom
and everything like that. Do you have any more jokes?
This is Joe's bedroom. People don't know that this is Joe's bedroom,
This is Joe's bedroom. His headboard's right over there.
Exactly.
His socks and everything like that.
This is.
So tell me about, well, because we do, tell me about your favorite place in Mexico, and we'll wrap up on that.
Oh, that's tough.
Your favorite Mexico memory.
It's beautiful. The food is the best. I'd say it's probably 5 of the best, 5 of my top 5 meals have probably been in Mexico.
In Mexico?
In my life. Oh, yes. Puerto Vallarta, we had a great meal, and Isla Mujeres. Oh, and the fresh fish is oh, and the ceviche.
No, you don't think about fish when you think about Mexico, at least
you don't?
Here.
Well, I do. And ceviche, you know what ceviche is? I didn't even know this. You like ceviche, Joe?
I don't know what ceviche is.
Well, it's kind of like pico de gallo with fish chunks and shrimp chunks, but it looks like it's raw, but it's not. Because people think it's like sushi, but it's not, because it is cooked, but it's not cooked with heat. It's marinated in like lime juice, which cooks it chemically. Kind of turns it white, and
the enzymes.
And it pickles it. Yeah, so So it's cooked, but it's not. It's not
ceviche.
Ceviche, Ceviche.
You've had this, Joseph?
But if you take the thing off, it means like
And what do you do? Dip chips?
It means like
you dip chips in it.
I was gonna try to say something funny. Yeah, you do tortilla chips, right? Like you would do pico de gallo, but it's got fish in it, so it's almost a meal. It's just bigger than an appetizer at that point. Right?
I did not know this. I did not know
they
this.
But they'll do calamari, right? But I'm not a big fan of. I'm not a huge fan of raw fish either with sushi. But I'll do like shrimp because you can cook the shrimp. But no, I didn't know. I didn't realize it wasn't raw fish. And when I realized it wasn't raw fish, it's great because, like I said,
is there a difference between the Gulf Coast and the Pacific side in Mexico?
Well, one's over further this way.
But there's not
a time difference, I think, maybe.
Because there's Cancun on the one side.
I think the sun sets on one and the sun rises on the other.
Well, there's Cancun on one side and Cabo on the other. That's
correct. Correct. Yes, and you've got Puerto Vallarta on one side, and you've got Playa del Carmen on the other, and Tulum and Cancun.
So I'm going to put a gun to your head. What side do you like better?
Oh, that's tough. They're both great. They both got their pluses. I know Acapulco used to be nice. It's not. I hear the ships don't go there much anymore. I'm not going to say it false. I don't know.
You're avoiding the question, sir.
Well, I just don't know if it's good. Acapulco was beautiful when I used to go there in the 90s.
So Acapulco is your favorite place?
Well, back in the 90s, but now
I don't know what side that's on.
That's on the Atlantic. That's on the Pacific side.
Okay.
Puerto Vallarta is beautiful. Yeah, Puerto Vallarta is one of my favorites, and Cabo's beautiful, and but also Playa del Carmen. I mean, one's Caribbean and one's.
All right.
One's on. Well, it's not even Atlantic side. It's Caribbean side. That's
Well, the next time you come out, we're gonna have some ceviche. Geechee
we'll have
guy.
some ceviche.
Thank you for being on the last show.
Are we done? Oh, okay.
On the last show, as usual, thank Geechee guy. We want to thank everybody in the Televida
audience.
family.
Yeah, we want to thank
everybody in the Televida family for all they do for the last show. We want to thank Guillermo,
the
of
entire
course.
studio audience. Let me think if I have any more.
Do you have any more jokes?
Mexico jokes or anything like that?
We can't leave any Mexico jokes. If you have any more Mexico jokes, tell.
No.
We're gonna end in a whimper.
I'm in with a whimper. No, I got jokes.
Let's just end on a regular joke.
I'll end up with a regular joke. Two blondes are talking to each other.
Yeah.
And one of them says, "You got something on your cheek."
Uh-huh.
So she goes like this.
Uh-huh.
And the other one says, "No, the other side." So she goes like this.
That's how we end. This has been the last show on Televida. Thank you for watching.